Hey everybody, it's Eric.
This is Glenda.
We are D&D Miniature and Board Games. I got a 10-pound box today.
Yes. Another Kickstarter, correct?
Correct. Fighters of the Pacific. If you want to see what's inside this full Kickstarter,
stay tuned.
so Fighters in the Pacific, of the Pacific.
He just slurred it.
I slurred it. Fighters of the Pacific. Just got this today. They recently announced that Ares Games is going to be doing distribution for this. So, and that they're about to run Fighters in Europe, I believe.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, well, if they have the Pacific.
Now I wonder when they do the Fighters in Europe. I wonder when they do the Fighters in Europe, if they'll come up with like a stretch goal, so you can have like Germans and Japanese fight.
Oh God! He just did that and said that, so it's just a suggestion because that's how Eric does things instead of saying directly.
Oh come on! It would be so cool. Can you imagine taking a
Eric, I don't think they would have a problem with that because, you know, the more they have, the more money you pay for it.
Take a measurement against a 0?
Of course.
Okay, so when you first open this up, Kickstarter 2022, Extend the Fight, and it's Fighters of Europe. So, and The Last Dodge. Okay.
Okay.
Alright, so this I believe is one of the stretch goals. It was solitary mode, so you could play this by yourself. And then you have the command training manual. Gives you the game setup, initiative, barrage, torpedoes, and the airplane.
Yeah.
And then it gives you scenarios. And I know that there were several scenarios for this game already. And then during the Kickstarter, actually more scenarios opened up, and I believe one of them was Midway, and the other one may have been Coral Sea. I got them over there, so.
Okay, you gotta get ahead of yourself.
Now, these are the actual game tiles that come with the board. As one of the stretch goals, I believe we got a larger set. Thought I had another set. Maybe I was wrong.
And that looks the same.
I was wrong then. I thought I had another set. But you have, I believe it's supposed to be 8. It was like 8, right? They are double-sided. You do have some with and without clouds, some with and without islands. And if you wanted to make a bigger, a larger game, you could do an add-on and get another set of tiles.
Bigger setup.
And since you've seen this, I'm not going to open this because you know I got it.
It's just going to be the same.
It's just the same. So, we'll set those over there. I like the insert though. That's the map and everything. You always look underneath. Some of these companies, they got us a couple times with cards underneath.
You can have some
right.
Jap underneath.
So, they supplied us with bags.
Baggies?
So when you punch out all the fighters and the ships and everything, you have bags to put these in. Okay. So you have victory board for point values, American and Japanese. You have turns. You have a sequence of play card here. You have maneuvers, rules of flight, some of the different planes.
Wonderful.
And I think the way this is set up is you can have it like that. Because these are exactly the same on the front. And then you have the maneuver thing on the back like that. Alright, so you have all your tokens here. You have your, let's see, sorry, I'm horrible this time of night, but this is, you got the Hornet, you've got your fighters, you've got bombs, you've got torpedoes, you got explosions, smoke markers, and these are double-sided. And this is the Enterprise, and the Morris, same thing. You got the is it Kaga or Kagi? K-A-G-A.
K-A-G-A, Kaga.
Kaga. With the Japanese
Kaga.
planes. The Akagi, Japanese planes, torpedoes, bombs. And you have the targeting, you have, looks like possible air bursts. AA guns. Offensive, more smoke bombs. And then they are double-sided just like the others. So that's your base game. Then we have these. Probably the wrong way for anybody at home to read those. You have, yep, Midway, Coral Sea, and then you have your stretch goals. And I believe if you were one of the early birds, you got a coin and something else. And then I also did the expansion for the leaders of Midway.
I was gonna say.
Why is it so hard? Okay. So, if you were an early bird, you could buy this. But if you were, I believe you were one of the early birds like I was, you got a metal coin.
Huh.
And there was also this, which was the one of the add-ons. And it was
Nice.
the Leaders of Midway. And they are different, two different pilots, two different planes that you can add to Midway. And we'll stick that over there. You can keep a coin with you. Alright, so this was Battle of Coral Sea and Midway. They were stretch goals.
Coral Sea.
If I remember correctly. It's a lot of remember correctly's. It wasn't that long ago, but it was long ago enough. And I looked at it real quick today, but... Alright, so, just like the base game, you get more bags to put stuff in. You do get your Battle of Coral Sea in 2 different languages.
And that is?
The Battle of Coral Sea.
No, the languages?
I'm going with French. Somebody's going to tell me I'm right or wrong. And then what do we got? Now, of course, with this, you get more planes and more ships.
Of course.
So with Coral Sea, you get the Lexington, the Chicago. I'm horrible pronouncing the Japanese carrier names. So you know what? Just go ahead and watch. What is it that the final countdown with Kirk Douglas? And you know, they'll pronounce most of these during that because a lot of them were Pearl Harbor.
Suikaku?
This is the Yorktown here.
Shukaku. Ushio. Uzumi. Alright, here you go.
You're like, alright.
I mean, I did what I can. The best that I could.
Well, now we're going to get into the Battle of Midway. So this is the Battle Midway. Once again, two rule books, one in English, one in French. It looks, I'm guessing with French. I don't speak or read French, but it looks like French. So with this you get the Buffalo, the Avenger, and the B-26 for maneuvers and rules of flight. And the second one is in French. Which I'm wondering if that's the way it was in the base game and I just didn't notice. It's a possibility, folks. Put the bags over there. Yeah, attacked by stickiness. Alright.
More planes.
More planes, but you get a newer style. You get some new planes. You get some bombers. And you get... Didn't we already get a Yorktown? The Soryu? The Hiru? Hiryu?
Oh god.
all the historical players right now are going, oh my god.
Oh, hear you. Isokaki.
I see the comment section now.
Isokaki. Well, I think you did it right. You said it right. Maybe. Yorktown, Gordon.
I'll do better with the
Kazagumo in Sortu.
I'll do better with the European one.
Yep.
Alright, so these are the airplanes that come with the stretch goals. Wildcat, Dauntless, Devastator, AGM-2, DR-3, the Kate, the Val, the Buffalo, Avenger, Marauder, Catalina, Mitchell, P-38 Lightning, Hellcat, Corsair, Helldiver, Jake, Betty,
Chardon. Should we say? Then Tenzon.
Zero.
And Zero.
Kamikaze.
Shiden.
And, well, it tells you English and French version. And I believe these are all the planes that you get with the stretch goals. And if you notice at the top, if you don't know the difference, just because we can't pronounce them doesn't mean I don't know the difference, folks. You do have the Japanese and the American emblems at the top. You do get more scenarios. Just put the non-English one to the side.
Since it's not English.
Failed attack in the Coral Sea. You get with this one you get the Doolittle rig. That's the one with the Yamamoto. It looks large. Because I do know you that one of the stretch goals we got was the Yamamoto. Alright, so these are all the stretch goals, and if you'd wanted to, if you were a backer on this, you could actually do an add-on that got you a second set of stretch goals. I didn't do that. Ooh, look, larger booms.
Yes.
That was right. It's the Yamamoto. So, Fighters of the Pacific. If you like what you saw, Ares Games will be carrying these from what they've said in the little blurbs they've given us. And also, if you do like it or you did buy it, also make sure you're keeping an eye out for Fighters Over Europe. What?
No, I'm just looking at 2 or more players,
Like 2.
or just 2 players.
One Japanese and one
Oh,
American.
duh! And then 14 and up, and 120.
Now, I'm sure if you made a large game with the extra map tiles, you could actually play more than 2 player. Split up the forces, split up the ships. There's probably a way.
So that's actually interesting, and actually I love this.
The metal coin.
So you said this is just for the
I think that was just early birds. I think that was part of the early bird thing. But you could also buy it as an add-on if you weren't with the early birds.
yes.
As always, folks, support your local gaming. We support
Discover Games in Fayetteville, Georgia.
and Dan Wolf Games in Griffin, Georgia. Game on, everybody.
Game on.
Quantas veces dije este amor es solo ilusión, pero al fin y al cabo yo caí con este papelón. Me envolviste con palabras que ya no